So the Dead Island 2 gameplay overview trailer was just released, and as a Dead Island fan, this is an important release for me. However, this game has gone through development hell. So I'm going to go over this gameplay trailer. I've already looked at it a couple times. I'm going to point out a few things, a few discussion points, speculate a little bit. As I said, this has been through development hell, so likely this is years and years behind in terms of technology and will likely fall short of stuff that's being released today. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. All right, let's go. So as previously stated multiple times, this is set in LA, which I think is a cool spot for it to be set. One thing I will say off the bat, if this has forced anti-aliasing, I don't know, man. I'm fucking sick of forced anti-aliasing. So if this has it, it just looks like it by the, or maybe it's the post-processing effects. I'm not sure, but hopefully it doesn't.
To the Zompocalypse. I hate to tell you, but you picked the wrong time to come to town.
One thing I will say, and I'll show more of this, but the environments do look kind of cool. They look kind of nice. Looks like there's a lot of different verticality and a lot of different kind of areas to explore, as we saw some sewers and stuff. So I think hopefully in that regard, it's well done.
The world was in chaos, didn't ya? Try this on for size.
This guy looks low res as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bitten, infected, somewhere between alive and dead.
God, are they turning?
Shit doesn't get more real than this. Los Angeles, city of...
Yeah, so it looks pretty realized. LA looks pretty realized, which is nice. I hope it's big.
As your own stylish, sun-baked, zombie-smashing playground. And trust me, these hungry bastards are everywhere. But don't worry, there's more to this city than hours of...
So briefly we'll go back while they were on the characters. I just want to talk about characters and story and stuff. I really don't care about the characters in the story. I'm here for the gameplay. So as long as it's not the cringiest writing in the world, as long as it's not the worst story in the world, as long as it's just passable and these characters are kind of realized a little bit, I'll be happy. But yeah, I'm not too fussed about the character's story. I'm more for the gameplay.
There's more to this city than hours of happy skull busting.
They're showing off the parkour.
It's
And
crawling.
as we saw in Dying Light, the parkour can be an incredible asset for this game to have. So I hope that they actually pull that part off well, because I think traversal in a game like this is incredibly important. So hopefully they do that well.
With adventure and crazy ways to pass your final days. We've got all the usual tourist attractions.
The tourist attractions of LA will be cool, for sure.
Horrifying vibe. There's loads of survivors.
You want to blast on a Trent special?
Although,
Were you getting the pizza?
they're all as bad.
So hopefully, I kind of hope they lean into like crazy characters, because I think that would suit the context of the game really well. And it looks like they are, which is good. But as long as the writing's like actually well done, then it should be fine.
There's the flesh eaters. How'd you like me now, eh? Wait, shit! Ah!
Seems they like you a lot, Jacob. I'll take it from here.
My presumption is she's the main character.
We've all dreamt about smashing zombie brains,
This is cool. The jaw physics are actually kind of cool.
right? Whether you're slicing, kicking, stomping, burning, or whatever it is.
So I'll just run through this section again, but muted. The combat in this trailer goes from looking really slick and smooth to kind of clunky. Like just then, I'll show you an example.
Kicking, stomping, burning.
One hit,
or-
2 hit, body's already falling, head's chopped off. I just hope it's like really well done kind of physics and stuff for the zombie deaths and all that jazz. Like it was really well done in Dying Light, and I hope that they do it well here, and I hope the combat really isn't clunky. But again, they show off like clunky combat and really smooth combat in this, so we'll see.
Whatever it is, you're gonna.
Like, that's
really
cool.
feel it. I guess dreams
That's
do
also
come
cool.
true. And shit, man.
So this is an important part.
Amazed at what these Angelinos keep in their Hollywood houses.
So she mentions that different houses will have, or presumably, there will be collectible items that do unique things within the world. And I think this is a really cool aspect of the game. My one hope is that there's some sort of challenge around actually getting these items rather than just going to a house, picking it up, and then you have it. I hope there's like a puzzle or, again, some sort of challenge to get them, because that'll mean there's something to grind for and there's something to look for in the open world. But yeah, cool mention of these things.
Katanas, machetes,
But this is where it looks
hammers,
really slick,
bigger
you know?
hammers. Are those bear claws? And naturally, a holy
This is incredibly important as well. Dead Island has never been one that has focused massively on how guns feel and how guns look and all that stuff. But I think in today's day and age, you need to make your shooting mechanics feel great. And
shit ton.
the trailer doesn't really give us much to go off. There's no crosshair. There's no nothing like that. They only show a few short clips. So hopefully
That doesn't
guns
do the
feel
job.
good to use.
DIY is always your friend. This is too awesome. Oh, and that zombie bite came with a little Papa Z power. Which is always handy.
So this is a cool part. I don't know how much of an impact that's going to have on gameplay, being able to kind of superpower yourself as a half human, half zombie. I don't know how much of an impact that's going to have on gameplay, but it's just another aspect to it, so I can't really complain. And I'm sure it'll be fun when you actually get to use it.
Friggin' zombies. These reanimated fuckers come in all shapes and sizes. We got big ones.
Yeah, so
Little ones.
the usual suspects here.
Now,
People are
that's
still
pretty
copying
dummy.
Left 4
Noisy
Dead
ones.
years and years later.
Hate the noisy ones. Even pretty ones. You really can't knock their style. Except for this guy. Back for more, huh? Hey, different strokes for different folks, right? As long as you're dead, stay dead.
That's cool. So that last bit just showed off a bunch of different combat scenarios, and they all looked really fun, which is exactly what you want out of a Dead Island game.
what
And
do you
yeah,
say?
so that's the whole
See you in hell?
trailer. So my initial thoughts after I watched it was that it looked like, so we had Dead Island, then we had Dead Island Riptide, which was Dead Island 1.5. This does look like Dead Island 2, I suppose. But it looks like maybe it's 6 years back, or like 4 or 5 years back in terms of technology, or in terms of where it should actually be. Of course, this is just trailer. This is all speculation. The game could actually be great. But yeah, I hope that when we actually get to play it, and when we actually get to experience the gameplay loop and all the features that it has to offer, it's somewhat caught up, and it's in depth, and it's fun, and it lives up to, at least it lives up to a certain quality, a certain standard of quality. But that's all I hope for. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on the Dead Island trailer. Again, hopefully it's good. Lots of games coming out next year for it to compete with, so hopefully it doesn't get washed aside. But yeah, thanks for watching.